On December 29, 2024, a terrible accident happened in the sky. What started as a routine flight soon turned into a nightmare that would be remembered for years to come. Jeju Air Flight 2216, flying from Bangkok to Muan County, South Korea, crashed. The flight, which was supposed to be a simple journey, ended in tragedy. The Boeing 737-8 AS plane, with 181 people on board, crashed while landing. The aircraft, known for its reliability, faced unforeseen challenges that day. Sadly, 179 people died, making it South Korea's worst plane crash since 1997. The loss was immense, and the impact was felt across the globe. A normal flight turned into a fight for survival. Passengers who had boarded with hopes and dreams found themselves in a dire situation. As the plane got close to its destination, a series of events led to the horrible crash. The weather conditions were challenging and the pilots had to make quick decisions. Investigators are still trying to figure out what exactly happened. The black box recordings and flight data are being meticulously analyzed to uncover the truth. This video will look closely at the Jeju Air Flight 2216 disaster. We will delve into the details of the flight, the moments leading up to the crash, and the aftermath. We'll talk about what happened, what might have caused it, and how we can try to prevent something like this from happening again. Experts will share their insights, and we'll explore the possible reasons behind this tragic event. This isn't just about a plane crash, it's a reminder that life is precious and that we always need to work towards safer skies. The lessons learned from this disaster will hopefully lead to better safety measures and prevent future tragedies. Jeju Air Flight 2216 took off from Bangkok at 2:28 a.m. ICT. The night was calm, and the city lights of Bangkok slowly faded into the distance as the aircraft ascended into the dark sky. The passengers settled in for what they expected to be a routine flight. The flight went as planned, flying at 35,000 feet and 500 miles per hour. The cabin crew served refreshments, and the passengers relaxed, some watching movies, others dozing off. The aircraft cruised smoothly above the clouds, with the moonlight casting a serene glow over the wing. Everything was normal at first, and the plane followed its planned route. The pilots monitored the instruments, ensuring everything was functioning correctly. The flight path took them over the vast expanse of the South China Sea, with nothing but clear skies ahead. As the plane got close to Muan International Airport at 8:54 a.m. KST, it was told it could land. The descent began smoothly, and the passengers were asked to fasten their seatbelts. The anticipation of landing grew as the familiar sight of the Korean coastline came into view. The weather was good, with clear skies and a light wind. It seemed like the perfect conditions for a safe landing. The sun was shining brightly and the visibility was excellent, making it easy for the pilots to navigate the final approach. But then, at 8:57 a.m., a warning went off in the cockpit, a bird strike warning. The sudden alert caught the pilots' attention, and they quickly assessed the situation. The possibility of a bird strike posed a significant risk to the aircraft's safety. The pilots immediately called Mayday, which means there's a big problem. Their voices were tense as they communicated the emergency to air traffic control, requesting immediate assistance. The gravity of the situation was evident, and the crew prepared for an emergency landing. A minute later, they tried to go around and try landing again. The aircraft ascended once more, attempting to gain altitude and circle back for another approach. The passengers, now aware of the emergency, braced themselves for the unexpected turn of events. But at 9:00 a.m., the plane, with its wheels still up, hit the runway. The impact was jarring and the aircraft skidded uncontrollably. The sound of metal scraping against the tarmac filled the cabin and the passengers held on tightly, hoping for the best. It skidded, went off the runway, crashed into a barrier, and caught fire. The crash was devastating. Flames and smoke engulfed the aircraft and emergency crews rushed to the scene. The once calm and routine flight had turned into a nightmare, leaving everyone on board in a state of shock and disbelief. The investigation into the Jeju Air Flight 2216 crash is still going on, but early findings show a few things might have caused the disaster. These can be grouped into three main areas: problems with the plane, mistakes by the pilots, and the environment. Understanding how these things work together is important to figure out what happened. It's not about blaming anyone, it's about understanding why this happened. By looking closely at each factor, we can learn how to prevent similar accidents in the future. Aviation safety requires a very careful look at every part of this disaster. The bird strike warning is important, but experts say it probably wasn't the only reason for the crash. Bird strikes can be dangerous, but they don't usually cause planes to crash. Modern planes are built to handle bird strikes, especially when they're flying high. The Boeing 737-8AS had strong engines that could handle a bird strike. The plane is also built to take a big hit. So, the bird strike itself probably didn't cause enough damage to make the plane crash. Bird strikes are most dangerous during takeoff and landing when the plane is closer to the ground and going slower. Even then, planes and pilots are trained to handle bird strikes. After a plane crash, people always look closely at what the pilots did. The time after the bird strike warning must have been very stressful for the pilots of Flight 2216. Trying to go around and land again was the right thing to do. It gave them time to figure out what was happening. But the fact that the plane hit the runway without its wheels down is a big question. Was there a problem with the wheels? Did the pilots forget to put the wheels down? Or was there a communication problem between the pilots or between the pilots and the airport? Preventing the unthinkable, lessons for the future. The aviation industry is constantly evolving, but the lessons we learn from past incidents are crucial for shaping a safer future. The Jeju Air Flight 2216 disaster reminds us how important airplane safety is. This tragic event serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities that exist in aviation and the need for continuous improvement. Accidents like this are rare, but they are very serious. Each incident, no matter how infrequent, has the potential to cause significant loss of life and property, making it imperative to address every possible safety concern. We must learn from this so it doesn't happen again. By analyzing the causes and implementing corrective measures, we can prevent future tragedies and enhance overall safety. One important thing is better pilot training. Comprehensive training programs ensure that pilots are well prepared to handle a wide range of scenarios, from routine operations to emergency situations. Pilots need to know how to handle difficult situations, especially if many things go wrong at once. This includes mastering emergency procedures, understanding aircraft systems, and maintaining composure under pressure. This means better training on how to talk to each other, how to work as a team, and how to make good decisions under pressure. Effective communication and teamwork are critical components of flight safety, enabling crews to coordinate their actions and make informed decisions quickly. Another important thing is to use better safety technology. Advances in technology provide new tools and systems that can significantly enhance flight safety and operational efficiency. This includes systems that can see birds near airports and scare them away, reducing the risk of bird strikes, which can cause serious damage to aircraft, and systems that give pilots real-time information about the plane and any dangers. Real-time data allows pilots to make informed decisions quickly, enhancing their ability to respond to unexpected situations and maintain the safety of the flight. Technology and training towards a safer tomorrow. We are always working to make flying safer. We can't stop all accidents, but we can try to make them less likely by improving technology and training. One exciting new technology can find birds and keep them away from airports. These systems use radar, lasers, and other technology to see birds and scare them away from planes. Another area of focus is making better cockpit systems that give pilots more information and help during an emergency. This includes systems that can automatically find problems, suggest solutions, and even fly the plane in some situations. The unending quest for aviation safety. The Jeju Air Flight 2216 disaster shows how difficult flying can be, even with all our technology. It reminds us that even today, flying can be dangerous. We are always working to make flying safer. We learn from past mistakes to prevent future accidents. This requires everyone to work together, the people who make planes, the airlines, the government, and the pilots. By using new technologies, improving training, and creating a culture of safety, we can honor the people who died in this accident by making the skies safer for everyone. In memoriam, remembering the lives lost. While we talk about what caused the Jeju Air Flight 2216 crash, it's important to remember the people who died. 179 people died that day. Each person had hopes, dreams, and families. Families were broken, futures were lost, and a community was left with a terrible sadness. This disaster affected many people, not just those on the plane. As we try to understand why this happened and how to stop it from happening again, let's remember the people who were on Flight 2216. Their memory reminds us how important life is and how important it is to make flying safer for everyone.